everyone, it is another day in 2026 paradise. It's 2026, right? Yeah, 2026 paradise with me and good old Mr. Skelentine and a special guest, the sun, which is blaring on my face right now. This is the worst. It is sneering at me right now. And it's in the perfect spot where I can't cover it. There are like none of my visors are covering it. My rear view mirror or whatever this thing is not covering it. It's peeking through all the nooks and crannies and blasting me in the face, which you know is my least favorite. Anyways, I don't even know what this video is, Mr. Skelentine. I don't know what we're doing. Okay, I wanted to decorate for Valloween, which we do our Valloween tree, and I usually sprinkle out a couple of trinkets here and there, do a little dining room setup. Nothing too extravagant, just some little things here and there, some little ghosties and bats and some hearts. But being that we've been sick in my house for the last 2 weeks, we've had this RSV of doom. I didn't get a chance to get out and really look. I really wanted to see if they had some more Joanna Parker up at HomeGoods. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're crawling back to HomeGoods, everybody, per usual. That's our first stop today. And then I wasn't planning on going to Target, but I saw that they're like the one store that actually has Valloween this year. They have a little ghosty guy, a little skull guy. So I figured we'd go check it out and see if they have any stuff in stock and like see what it's all about. And then what else are we doing? Then we're gonna decorate. I think we're gonna just do both in this video because I don't do a huge decorating extravaganza. I just put out some, you know, we do our tree and then we put out some little decorations here and there. So I think I'm just gonna add that to this video because we don't have a ton more days of Valloween hunting. So we're gonna do a little shopping, a little decorating. Shoot, I don't wanna park here because I'm right in the sun. We gotta go the other way. We park only where the sun isn't. So I think we should be able to do both today. Some shopping, some decorating, because I should be able to decorate all the way up until the point where I have to pick up Lucian because we got our factor box yesterday. So we have our dinner for tonight. So I don't have to worry about prepping dinner, making dinner, which by the way, this video is sponsored by Factor. And if you've been around here for a while, you know how much I love Factor, how much I talk about Factor on here. And if you haven't heard of Factor before, or you haven't heard me talk about Factor before, Factor delivers fresh, never frozen meals straight to your door. They take 2 minutes, you pop them in the microwave, and they're ready to eat. And what really stood out to me about Factor and what I love so much about Factor is the variety. Their variety of meals was already good, but they've also just doubled their menu. So that's 3 times new weekly meals than before. And they have 2 times more seafood meals, which one of my favorite meals from Factor, the ginger teriyaki salmon. Oh my gosh, if you're trying Factor, I usually get 2 of those in my box because I love it so much. And I also love their premium meals. When we're wanting a little bit more of an upgrade, like we want something like a filet, something a little fancier, their premium meals are delicious. I cannot say enough good things about Factor. We love Factor meals in my house. They're so convenient and nutritious, and we don't get tired of the same meals over and over and over again because they have a huge variety. Also for us, by the end of the day, we are both like, oh my gosh, what's the fastest thing we can make? And when we don't have our Factor meals, it's like peanut butter and jelly and tater tots kind of night. You know, if you know, you know those nights. So Factor comes through for us when we want a nutritious, hot meal on the table, something that has a variety of flavors, a variety of foods. If you want to give Factor a try, you can head to factor75.com and use code LibraFB50 to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. So that's code LibraFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year, which is a steal of a deal because their breakfasts are amazing. So if you're looking for an excuse to try Factor, definitely check them out. Get that free breakfast. We're here at HomeGoods. We've been sitting in the parking lot jabbing our jaws with good old Mr. Skelentine. We're going to go in and see if they have any Joanna Parker, see what other kind of Valentine's, Valloween, all of the above they have here at HomeGoods. So we're going in. All right, Mr. Skelentine, this freaking person parked so close to me that I had to slither, literally slither into my car. If you know, you know. Okay, we just left HomeGoods, and I was gonna put on some hand sanitizer. We're not trying to get the plague again. And they're to be expected. What? There's not a soul. They're parking a whole other spot back there. To be expected. The Valentine's Day stuff is slowing down. I just thought maybe I'd catch some of the Joanna Parker stuff. They had nothing Joanna Parker there, but they did have some Valentine's Day stuff. I'll show a visual of the aisle they had. It was a lot of the same kind of stuff we saw before, lots of hearts, and then they also had some of the cutesy stuff with the, you know, Winnie the Pooh and Lilo and Stitch and all that kind of stuff. And then classic Valentine's Day, like heart boxes or heart-shaped boxes and candles, and there's some really cute little heart candles in here. Stacked looking things, conversation heart looking things. What else did they have in here? Just lots of hearts. All the hearts doing all the heart things. And they also had some bakeware stuff. It was like a heart-shaped cakelet pan. They had a heart-shaped little, I think it's like a brie cheese or baked cheese kind of thing. I think that's what it is, but I'm not sure. But like little ceramic dish thing, and some other little Valentine's Day bakeware stuff. They did have some dish towels, and they had some dish drying. I didn't see the drying mats before, but they had them out this time. So they had some drying mats with hearts on them, just various ones. One had cats with hearts. And let me just say this, I love the different holiday drying mats. I don't have them for every holiday, but I usually just use my Halloween ones all year round. But I love their little drying mat things. And what else did we see there? We saw some St. Patrick's Day and Easter stuff, but I didn't know if I wanted to film that today or not, or maybe we should wait till next week because they were just starting to get out Easter. They had a good selection, but it looked like they were still getting it out. So, like, still some empty shelves and stuff they were putting out. So maybe we'll wait until next week to do Easter. But I did get some visuals of a couple of things. They had some of these topiaries that were kind of cool. They were pastel, so not my color scheme that I love. But I love the look of the topiary, like the ones with the real pointy tops and stuff. I think those look so magical. They give me major Alice in Wonderland vibes. And actually, a lot of the Easter stuff gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes with the grassy kind of stuff and the different colors and the checker prints kind of look. Those things. But I did get Lucian and Lachlan one Easter thing that I saw because, okay, this might be my hearing people. Hold on a second. Hello?
Anything else?
Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right, that wasn't the call that it was a call I was wanting, but not the exact call I was wanting. So just a side note, just side rant, since this is a vlog and we can talk freely. Well, I mean, I talk freely anyway. Who are we kidding? But we had a breakthrough with Lucian, and it's both exciting and frustrating all at once. And we have some answers, but no answers all at the same time. So, the way that, if you've been around here for a while, Lucian, my 2-year-old, has a speech delay, and he says things, but we don't understand anything that he's saying. And, but he knows what he's saying, and he's really trying to express it to us, and he responds to us, and he says things to us, and he points to things and says things, but we have no idea what he's saying. So anyways, we get a hearing test done on Lucian and yesterday, and the audiologist is like, there's no vibration happening in his left ear. Like, we're not picking up on anything. So it could mean fluid, it could mean whatever. You need to call his pediatrician and then get into an ENT or whatever. So we call the pediatrician, we get in, both of his ears are blocked with fluid. I don't know if it's from the cold he had. He's had colds back to back. since October. So I don't know if that's it or if he's just always had fluid in his ears and it wasn't caught. But basically he hears like he's underwater right now. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We were waiting on a call from the ENT place. We got a referral and I'm just waiting for a call. So I'm waiting by my phone. It may not be why he has a speech delay. And so, yeah, to be determined, I guess, on what's going on. But if you've had kids that have had tubes and fluid in their ears and or speech delays because of it, or let me know how that all went. I think that's probably what we're looking at, because even if it is from his cold, he's getting a lot of fluid in his ears. And it wasn't infected. He doesn't have an ear infection. It's just a lot of fluid in there. So I don't know. Anyway, we're here at Target. We're going to go see what kind of Valloween stuff they got in here. Here we go, Mr. Skelentine. Let's go. I got so distracted for that phone call that interrupted that I totally forgot, first of all, to mention, guess what we saw at HomeGoods again this year, y'all. Well, we saw some wreaths, and if you know, then you know where I'm going with this. We saw the wreath again. The pube wreath. If you know the wreath, you know. I'll show it in all of its glory because it was back, I guess, by popular demand. Looking like, it's not actual fur. It's branches that just look like pubes. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. It just is what it is. Anyways, we saw the wreath. So then, what else did we see? There's something else I wanted to talk about that I don't know. I'll show it here, whatever I wanted to mention. There was something else I wanted to mention, but I got distracted by the phone call and then distracted by the pube wreath. And, which, to be fair, is probably, it was, where were we? I think before I got the phone call, I was going to go on a whole other rant, or I was going on a rant. I was starting my rant. So I was going to talk about the fact that I feel like a lot of these stores, that they do this to us every single year, without fail. There's something that is out there that's popular, and then they just slam us with it. Like, they just overwhelm us with endless amounts of whatever it is. So when I first saw Sesame Street stuff, I was really excited for my boys because they love Sesame Street. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much Sesame Street. I don't even know, like, sorry about the commotion in the back, that everything is flying everywhere. I didn't secure things very well back there. That's besides the point. So, the Sesame Street stuff. Some of the stuff I still really like, but I also feel very overwhelmed by it all at the same time. So I'm like really excited about it because my boys still love Sesame Street. So I'm excited to get them a couple of things, but I don't necessarily want to get them all the things. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to anyone or if anyone else feels that way. Like, my niece loves Stitch, so I get so excited to see Stitch stuff, but then it's like the most Stitch. Like, Stitch is seriously everywhere to the point where I get excited for my niece and maybe I'll pick up a couple items, but then it also feels like, oh my gosh, like, it's just a lot. Hello Kitty's the same way. Like, a lot of these things, like, even things that I enjoy and like or have some, you know, I can buy it for somebody who really loves it. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Let me know in the comments. I love to see it, but then also I'm like, oh my gosh. Longest story longer, I did see something Sesame Street that I was really excited about. This is so cute. I'm driving, so I'll wait till I park. I'm going to run to Costco really quickly before it gets super busy and see if I can grab, my kids need these, dang. They love these fruit packets with like the vegetables in it, like strawberry and spinach. I'm like, that sounds terrible, but you do you, man. As long as they're getting vegetables, I really don't care at this point. Anyways, I don't know. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer about the Sesame Street stuff because I'm actually really excited to see it. And I love the Halloween stuff. Maybe that's why I'm feeling bitter about it, because when it came to the Halloween stuff, they didn't have pillows. They didn't have the Sesame Street Halloween pillows last year. Or the year before. Well, I don't even know that they had the Sesame Street the year before, did they? I think last year was the first year they did it. But anyway, I was looking for Sesame Street pillows that go with all the sheets that they came out with. like a count pillow, or even just one of them dressed in a pumpkin, whatever. They didn't have the Halloween ones, not that I saw out there, and I didn't see any that resellers were selling, so I don't think they came out with them. But then Christmas time came around and I saw some Sesame Street Christmas pillows. And then now I'm seeing Sesame Street, here, I'm going to show you while it's red. I found this one, this Elmo with bunny ears pillow, which I'm super excited about. Oh my gosh, my kids are going to be so excited. They love Elmo. Well, they love all of them. Lucian's having a little bit of a count moment right now. He's loving the count. He had an Oscar moment. Cookie, he always loves Cookie. And they always love Elmo. They love Elmo. But Lachlan loves it all. He loves them all of them. But yeah. So, regardless what was I going to say about it, that's what we saw at HomeGoods. Okay, let's talk about Target. We still haven't talked about Target yet. They did have the Valloween stuff there. They had a little ghosty holding a heart, and I can't remember what it say. I love you, boo, or boo, something about a boo. And then a little skull. It was a pink skull with fuchsia hearts all over it. And that's what they had for Valloween, which I cannot complain because I think they're the only store that I've seen that legitimately had Valloween, like actual Valloween stuff. And then the rest of the stuff was, what else did they have? Just other Valentine stuff. They had a lot of the pears, you know, like the peanut butter and jelly and the crayons and the, like the different paired, like they're holding hands, like little plushy guys. They had a bunch of the birds. They're all about those birds, I'll tell you that much. They had, an astronaut one. They had what other bird ones did they have? They had one that I thought was a devil, and then I realized that's just how my brain works. And it wasn't a devil at all. It was like I think it was like a heart shape. It was holding like a heart. And I was like, where's the pitchfork? No pitchfork. It wasn't a devil. It looked kind of like a devil. You can't tell me it didn't look like a devil. Okay. Anyways, then they also had other Valentine's birds. And they had some blow mold looking things. They had one that was a dog, I think, wearing sunglasses. They had one that was what was the other one? Oh, they had some conversation heart looking blow mold things that said various things. One said forever, love you forever, or something like that. Another one said you're lit, I think. And then they had some little neon sign, like little neon looking hearts, and a neon sign heart thing, and some wreaths that were the felt looking wreath things. And then they had a disco ball looking wreath that was in the shape of a heart, and some other heart dangly decor. What else did they have? Lots of hearts, lots of cutesy little plushy things, or little things with faces, figurine looking things. Had some little faux plants. One was in a heart, and the other one was, what was the other one in? I think just a regular vase with roses. And anything else I'm missing here, I'll show. But they had a decent selection, a lot of just little tabletop decor, little trinkets in here. And then they also had a little area that had more plateware, a lot of kids' plastic plateware. So hearts, they had different colors in the different hearts. And then they had another plate. Did it have a cat on it? Like a cat with a heart or something on it. And they also had some little plastic straw cups. I think one was a cat, one was a dog. They had some heart-shaped ones. They had, what else? Oh, they also had some glassware, some champagne flutes, and vases, and little bowls. And they had a heart-shaped, what am I thinking of? Cutting board or marble board. And then they also had some mugs in this area. They had heart-shaped mugs. They had mugs with hearts on them. They had cutesy mugs. Like one had that dog with the sunglasses. And ones that said various things about love, or love you more, that kind of stuff. And yeah, they had just some cute little Valentine's Day mugs in here. One that had a heart down in the mug. And yeah, but they had Valentine's Day mugs. I think they were $5. Oh, and then they had some Valentine's Day Stanley cups. One had actual hearts all over it. And then the other one was more of like a pink marble look. I don't know that it was Valentine's Day, but it looked pink, so I got a visual of it. And then they had some straws that had hearts on the straws. They had some bathroom stuff, bathroom towels with hearts. and one that said love, and some bathroom rugs. One had almost like a heart with a key, like a locket looking thing. And then there was a red heart rug, and they also had big towels too. So they had the little towels and the big towels. And so some Valentine's Day rugs and towels and that kind of stuff. And oh, some other hand towels. One was the conversation heart towel, one was a Snoopy towel, and then the other one was Hello Kitty and the Valentine's Day theme. And then what else did I see in this area? What else did I see? Oh, I did see some stuff in the dollar section. They had some cute little plastic little, I don't know, one was a little cart and one was a kissing booth. They were just, I think they lit up. And then they had some measuring cups with hearts, measuring spoons with hearts, and some little bowls, and what else? Cups or mugs, or I can't remember what else was in here, but they had some stuff in the little a bullseye playground. That's what it is, in the Valentine's Day bullseye playground. Oh, and then also in the threshold line, I believe this was the threshold line, they had some wreaths that were frilly and ruffly. They had some salt and pepper shakers that were this marble, like kind of like the marble plate we saw, but they were salt and pepper shakers. And then, no, were they salt and pepper shaker? No, it wasn't a salt and pepper shaker. It was a candle holder. That's what it was. It was a candlestick holder in the shape of a heart. And then the other one was a little plate, like a little mini heart plate. And they had a bow candlestick holder that was silver. They had some candles in here. And this was more of the sophisticated Valentine's Day stuff in this area, in the threshold area. So I got some visuals of that. And I want to say that's all we saw at Target. They were kind of picked over once again, to be expected, because they're probably going to start getting out St. Patrick's Day or Easter here anytime. They're already getting out the Reese's eggs, so I'm sure Easter's anytime. I think we're going to go out next week and look at Easter, see what we can find, and we might do St. Patrick's Day and Easter all in one, because a lot of that stuff comes out at the same time, so which is coming out right now. So we'll either do that sometime this week or next week. But yeah, that's our shopping for the day. So I'm gonna run in here really quickly and get these pouches for my kids, and then I'm gonna go home and we're gonna do some decorating. So I'll see ya when I see ya. All right, everyone, we are back, and I got dressed up in some Valloween garb for the occasion, and we are officially gonna decorate our Valloween tree. I don't think we did a Valloween tree last year. Well, we did, but it wasn't this tree. It was the branchy tree. I was gonna maybe use the ghost that we used last year on the, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Who knows what planet we're on? Not a soul. Okay. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna do red. I wasn't gonna do red. I don't know why I'm getting out my red. I think we might be doing pink and lavender this year, and bats, of course. Always bats and some ghosts. I almost forgot we got these this year on clearance from Walmart. Totally forgot these. Remember these? These little lavender heart ornaments. I'm not super crazy about the saying, but it's a little cheesy, but I feel like that's what Valloween is, maybe. Okay, let's just start. I'm just gonna start putting stuff up, and then we're gonna go from there. I'll zoom you in for a little bit and then zoom you out once we start getting more stuff on, so we can see the full picture, because sometimes it helps when I can see the, like, where I need to put more ornaments and stuff. Okay, maybe I should have gotten more of these purple. I can't remember what the other color, maybe it was green or something. It was something that didn't go. The other one that was on sale. Or maybe it said something about half, oh no, it was orange. It was orange. That's what it was. How many of these did I get? I got 3 packs. I was thinking ahead. I must have been thinking ahead. I also have this pack from At Home I got a couple years ago that has red and pink. I think I'm just gonna use the pink ones from this set. I'm gonna do all different sizes. I wish I had more lavender ones. I wonder if anyone else was selling lavender this year. We didn't really get to do a lot of Halloween decor hunting this year because I was sick pretty much the entirety of January. There's been a little bit of a turn of events, everybody. Nothing that affects this video. We're getting a snowstorm, everybody. Uh-oh. You never know around here. They said it's anywhere between 1 and 10 inches, which like could be 1, could be 10. Let me see if I can find a bigger, something like this that we can put in here. Like a cute little pink heart, little bedazzled heart. I have some of these 3D, like these ones from At Home are kind of flat. But these ones are more 3D looking. So we can have a mixture of bedazzled, shiny, sparkly, purple, pink. Do I have any white? Well, I guess white wouldn't really show up, would it? I don't know. Anyway, maybe we need more lavender ones. I'm trying to use... I'm trying to be strategic with these lavender ones. I have a lot of pink, but not a lot of lavender. Let me back you up. So that way we can get a good visual of what we got going on. Something big needs to go here maybe. Or just, we can fluff things. I had it all fluffed where some of the bigger ornaments, I got to make way for some of the larger Nightmare Before Christmas ornaments I did or had. Okay, there's that. So maybe I am glad that Walmart did a full-blown Valloween during Halloween time. But I kind of wish they would have had this available during Valentine's time too, especially since they do Nightmare Before Christmas and Chucky and other things. Okay, I feel like we need to add some bats because right now we just have Valentine's Day. I think we have one bat right here. Did I put my bats in here? I sure did. You know what? I rarely plan ahead, but something in me was like, you know what, Jade? Go ahead and set aside those bats because you might need them for Valloween. And normally what I do is throw the bats in a box and then I'm like, uh-oh, I need those for Valloween. But we actually did it, you guys. But we actually maybe are gonna start getting our lives together around here, but you know, that's just me being positive for once in my life. Anyways, I'm so excited to be back decorating this tree though, because this one, I love the branchy one. It was a totally different vibe if you watched it last year. But there's something about this one where I feel like I have more room for activities. I can just do more because it's a bigger tree and has more branches. So I just get so excited to do our little Valloween tree every year. So I hope you guys don't get tired of it. And then I'm excited because I found, okay, with my little, what are these things? These little lavender heart Valloween ornament things. I found my Valloween cookie cutters I got from Michael's on clearance. Or did I get these on clearance? I think they were just 30% off, but still. I got some of the, or did I get these on clearance? I don't even remember when I got them last year, 2025. Who knows if I got them on sale. I think I don't hardly buy any of that kind of stuff full price, so I know I got them on sale, I just don't know how much on sale. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, we're gonna do our Valloween cookies this year. I don't really know how to do those ones. They're kind of the spring. Let me show you, hold on. They have these little springs on the back. And I think what that does is it imprints the design on the cookie. So then you pipe. Do you pipe over it or do you just leave it plain? I don't know, I'm confused at the whole process, but we'll play around with them. I'm excited. Okay, what else? Is this too much of the same? I think it is. Okay, let's just, okay, so some of you in past videos, you've seen my thermostat and you're like 65, 66, that's freezing. That is what I keep my house at. Okay, what do you guys keep your house at? If 66 is too cold, what do you keep it? I know a lot of people keep it at 70, but that's just too hot for me. I like to be bundled up in my house. I don't know if I'm an actual vampire and I just never knew it because I've just always lived as a vampire. I'm not sure. Or if my mom just always froze me out as a kid because she keeps her house really cold. I don't know, but I love a nice, cool house. And you know when somebody asks you, no one ever asked me this, but you know when you see the stuff out there where they're like, what's the trick to a happy relationship? And my answer will always be, find somebody who likes the same temperature house as you, or somebody who doesn't care. So even if they don't like the same temperature of house as you, maybe they just don't care, they just go with the flow. That's fine too. But I feel like, and of course I'm being sarcastic, that's not like the real trick to every relationship. That's just me being a little bit silly, everybody. But in my mind, I'm dead serious about it because you guys, if Dallas liked the house hot, especially at night, I don't know if I wouldn't be able to sleep. And if I'm not sleeping, then I'm a disaster. There's no way any relationship with me would work if I was so hot every night that I couldn't even sleep. There's no way. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but, or just have somebody who doesn't care either way. They're like, I'm freezing to death, but you do you, you know? But, no, I mean, Dallas and I both like it cold, especially at night. And then if it's cold during the day, the thing about my house is the basement, where we spend a lot of time with the kids because they have their whole little playroom down there, it has the whole heating system, you know, the HVAC system down there. So it stays really warm. It's warmer in our basement for sure than up here where we have a ton of windows and open space. So it's cooler on the main level, but we don't spend a ton of time up here. We spend some time up here with toys and some stuff up here too, but we spend a lot of time kind of playing in the playroom or whatever, which is really warm. And so 66 doesn't really feel like 66 down there. It feels more like closer to 70. But at nighttime, I need it to be like, I like it to be nice and cool at night. Otherwise, I just can't sleep. I don't know if anyone else is like that. Let me know in the comments. Do you like it warm in your house? Do you like it cold? I don't keep it that cold in the summer. In the summer, we keep it, I don't even know why we're having this conversation. We're talking about, we're literally to the point of our relationship, everybody, where we're talking about what temperature we keep our houses, which I secretly love so much. But anyway, okay, what were we talking about? In the summer, 65 is just not practical. It's gonna be it's gonna cost a gajillion dollars just to keep it 65 in the summer here because it's so freaking hot and humid. I don't even know if my house will get to 65 in the summer. Like, it would take a lot of work. It would wear out my whole air conditioning unit to keep it at 65. So I just try to be practical about it. So Dallas and I, in the summer, we are sweating. We're like, it is so hot, we hate it hot. Like, we complain about it all the time. Which is why I say, find yourself someone you can share, you can either freeze or sweat with. That's my relationship advice. Since we're talking about Valloween and Valentine's Day, figured I'd give you unsolicited relationship advice from somebody who has absolutely no business at all giving it. Let's have a peanut M&M break while we contemplate what we're doing with the topper, but also there's some big empty space right there. What can I put right there? I need another one of these. Do I not have another one of those? I have this. Should I put some ghosts in here and we could just make it extra obnoxious? I think these ones broke. Maybe we can just set it in there or tie it. Hold on. Oh no! Okay, what if we just set them in there? I don't think that works. Or does it? Maybe it does work. That's kind of cute. We're like lounging in the tree. Okay, that's cute. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I love you. I was gonna put these on the branchy tree, but I don't think I have enough. Do I? I don't think so. And I never regret getting stuff for my Valloween tree. And so every year I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till next year. I'm just gonna wait till next year because it's hard for me to get in the mindset of buying pastel stuff during Halloween because I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm definitely buying I'm definitely buying orange and black stuff, but not pink. Okay, let's put this here. I thought about putting this bat here, but I kind of need to prepare the area if I'm going to do that and hope for the best. I don't know if this is going to hold this bat, but it has a little loop in the back, and I was hoping maybe I could take this guy. Oh yeah, I can. Heck yes. I kind of want it to face, like I don't want it to face straight on because the way where my tree is located, it's back at a corner. So facing one of these ways is not, I think this like at an angle is good anyway. So that works. But I was thinking maybe I wanted to put some hearts with the bat. So like, does that look too much like boobies? This maybe is like a booby situation. I'm gonna try to use the tree to my advantage, but I don't know how much it's working. Because I kind of want to boost it a little more than that. I want it to kind of, oh shoot, I need to add batteries to this dang bat before I get any further. Okay. And guess what, everyone? I know exactly where my batteries are thanks to Mom the Virgo. Mom the Virgo, if you're watching, thank you again for my battery organizer for Christmas. And of course, a Virgo is going to come through with an organization situation, like an organization gift. I feel like Virgos just know. I don't think I mentioned it, but this lights up. Wait. Oh, there we go. So we can have a whole light up, and then it shoots out rays of light. Well, it's not that intense. That sounded very dramatic, but it shoots out light. Like light comes out of the sides. What's going on over here? If you've been around here for a while, you might remember the year we did the neon ghost up here, which that's one of my favorite ideas. I don't even know where I put the neon ghost, but we'll probably bring it back one year because that was my favorite thing. But we're doing the light up bat this year because we have bats all throughout. I feel like it works. We got bats, ghosts, hearts. Then we're gonna put these hearts. I'm gonna try to make these hearts work, but they might not work. Part of me just wants to fill this whole tree with hearts. Just overload it. Okay, wait. Now, I feel like the trick is to get it underneath the bat. Find myself a little branch behind the bat. Bring it around, underneath, up through here. Are we doing it? Wait, is my hat blocking the way? No. You gotta get creative with it, I think. So, oh no! Okay, see, this is where I gotta keep it together. Okay, we're gonna have to use the branches to support. How does that look? Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, and then we can just add from here, just add a bunch of different things. Bats, anywhere we see there's, wait. And I'm now thinking we're probably not gonna do the branchy tree because I don't have any more ghosts left. But I guess not. That's something I have to keep in mind. I need to get some more ghosts. Oh no! All right, how do we feel about this? Oh, I was gonna put on the tree skirt. All right, so I've got this tree skirt, this black and white striped tree skirt. If I can find this, I think I got it off Amazon. If I can find it, I'll link it. If you're looking for anything like this, because I use this for my black and white tree, and now I use this as my Nightmare Before Christmas tree. So I guess I could use this still for Nightmare Before Christmas, but I got that new, what is it? Not tree skirt. Tree, I can never think of the dang word. Tree, my hair's stuck in the tree. Tree collar, that's what it is. It's a tree collar, everybody. Somehow I can remember every single individual Halloween decoration that's ever existed in the last 10 years. But I can't tell you what a tree collar is. And that is how my brain works, everybody. I'm gonna do a visual. I'll show you what it looks like during the day in all of its glory, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like all lit up at night so you can see it and see it lit up, see it looking like a Valloween tree, everybody. And then we're moving on to the dining room. All right, moving on to the dining room. Let's do a little, I wanted to put this little table runner thing. Let me get all the frickin' crust and dust off of it. I use this for Halloween, so I have a bunch of the, what do you call it? Whatever that mossy stuff is. Okay, let's put this down, the center, that. I can't unsee, everyone called this the tampon ghost, and now I can't unsee it, but you know what? I don't even mind it. Or do I want to put this back there? Maybe I just want to do one big ghost and then some candelabras. Hold on. This. But you know what? I'm just going to embrace the inspiration for this ghost. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe that. Candlesticks. Wait, do I not have another one? That looks like this. Hold on. Here's that. And then we can do, oh my gosh, I love this. Don't mind the crooked candlesticks. We'll fix those later. Then I thought about doing a little heart. Wait, this needs to come in. And up. Ooh. What do we think? So cute. So stinking cute. I think just simple. Flowers, hearts, and ghosts. And then back here on this little, I don't even know what you want to call this thing. This cabinet. Anyways, back to the cabinet. I had put this little ghost here just to kind of get it out of the way. Now I kind of like it there. And then this picture right here, let me zoom in. Spooky Family sent me. Let me zoom in. A little ghost in a cemetery that says, I'll wait for you. Oh my gosh, loudest screeching noise. Sorry guys. It's cold out there and the buses are screeching. Anyways, it says, I'll wait for you with a little ghosty in a graveyard. That would be perfect for our little Valloween setup. Okay, now I'm just looking for some hearts we can use. Like some little, just to tie in some of the pink. I wish we had more lavender. I wish they sold more lavender stuff. I'm gonna put this little heart over here. Thought about putting this here, but I'm thinking that's absolutely not a good idea. That does not look good. Okay, I think we're done. I had so much fun hanging out, decorating the Valloween tree and the Valloween dining room. Hope you had fun. Thank you so much for hanging out here and decorating with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey, ghoul, hey down in the comments because you know I love talking to you. And let me know your plans for Valloween or Valentine's Day. Are you watching some scary movies? If you have any recommendations down in the comments, you know I always love a good spooky Valentine's movie. And yeah, or are you hanging out, relaxing, taking it easy? Are you going out to dinner? Are you doing something fancy? Are you dressing up or are you wearing your lounge town clothes? Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for hanging out here. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time.